So we have completed the simplified version of the Turing game that works only on the middle row. So now it is time to create a full version of the Turing game that makes use of all the 25 LEDs. When we press button A, we want to generate a dot randomly on the microbit. So not only that, we need to set x to a random number between 0 and 4. We also need to set a random number to y between 0 and 4. So I will duplicate this one. But this one should be y. So a new variable, name it as y. A random number between 0 and 4. And then when we plot the point, it should be x and y, not 2. So here, for the 2, I will replace it with the variable y. Okay, this is for button A. After that, we need to plot the points. For plotting the points, we need to change this function. Okay, here, when we plot the points, first of all, we need to unplot the points. We have already plotted the point, and then we need to unplot it. So this 2 here should be a y. And this one should also be a y. Next, here, when we set the x to a new x, we also need to set y to a new y. So we duplicate this one. And then we will set this one to y. Y should be the remainder of y plus 5 plus x1. Oh, no, it should not be x1, it should be y1. So for this function, we need to edit it. Not only that, we need to have a parameter x1, we also need to use another parameter y1, so we need to add one more parameter. It is also a number, and I will call it y1. And don't forget to change this one to y1, so remove it, and then plug y1 to here. So that's it about the plot point function. And then the next problem is that how can we, or how should we call the function when we are calling it? So let's consider this one. Till left. When we till left, we want to move the dot to the left on the same row. We don't want to change the value of y. So here, when we call it, we don't want to change the value of y. So we will use a 0 here when we call the plot point function. And not only that, we need to handle the till left and till right. We also need to handle the logo up and logo down. Logo down. Okay. But when we call logo up and logo down, now for logo down, we are moving the dot upwards. When we move the dots upwards, y should be smaller, and x should not change. So for x, it should be 0. And y should be smaller, so I will use -1. Similarly, for logo up, x should be 0, because it should be on the same column. But because we are moving the dots downwards, y should be larger, so we will use a 1 here. Okay, let's see if this program works as expected. So by pressing button A, I should have a random number. Okay, button A, a random number. Press again, a random number. And then my target is to move this dot to the center. So I will logo up, and then tilt to the left. Yes. Play again. Move up. Okay, so I will use logo down. Yeah, again. Okay, it works.